Which did you think was the hardest of the days for the 5?
The second day I think was harder.
That was pretty hard. I found the third one the hardest. This one from Cacardio round to Raccooney. That was a lot of up and down.
That was a lot of up and down. Yeah, that was harder.
The hills are not big, but
when you're
there's
doing
a whole sequence of ups and downs just going around the top here.
After crossing the low-lying coastal plain at Eristos, which is our 4th and final return to sea level during the trek, the next reascent starts from outside the gates to the cave at Cacardio.
10 kilometres from the road here at Hagus.
We quickly gain height above Eristos before crossing a plateau towards the foot of a rocky ridge.
It's a very fine situation on this rocky little ridge between Cacardio and Miricohorio. It overlooks the very heart of the island, and from here you can see all the way down to the south and all the way to the north of the island. We're right in the middle, beautiful strategic viewpoint, and a lovely viewpoint over Eristos Bay as well. It's quite difficult going along here because of the nature of the terrain, but there's some nice little easy scrambling to enjoy.
It's beautiful.
The easy scrambling is soon over, and the walk continues along a broader section of the ridge, passing above the empty village of Microhorio, which is situated on the east flank of the mountain, Amalí. Here the beds of limestone are more gently tilted, creating stepped outcrops up the slope to the summit. Unfortunately, the summit is spoiled by the modern telecommunication facility here, but it is nevertheless a fine viewpoint. The ridge south now has a road which services the telecommunication station on Amalí, but we soon leave it for a walk out to Stavros Lambrous Castle, another Byzantine fortress which once guarded the southern sea approaches from a perch high up on a long promontory.
So we're going to have a little break here.
Yeah. After descending from Stavros Lambrous Castle to the road, we make our way over to a col on the ridge and then start the ascent of Gerontas. Yeah, off the road again now, thank goodness. Back on the hills. Something in your shoe? Another down before another up.
Another down and another up.
It's quite convoluted this end of the island, isn't it?
Oh, where the moons go on.
A steep descent from Gerontas is followed by another reascent to the top of Mesovuno.
Now reached the summit of Mesovuno. I'm on my own because Smith is accelerated away from me. I can't keep up with him anymore. I'm carrying a big heavy pack, travelling a bit heavier than he is. He's a big strong lad anyway. I don't know whether I'll catch him up because he was talking about going to Livadia for a few drinks tonight, so I think I'll probably spend the rest of the day on my own. Anyway, from here I need to descend yet again, another steepish descent to the road before I climb back up the final peak for the day, Thymoderi, and then from there down the north ridge to my bivouac at Raccooney. the summit.
After descending from Thymaderi to reach the empty mountain village of Siguri, I disturb a rock partridge and her brood of chicks as I walk along the old path to the next mountain village of Rukuni.
Well, after a pretty long day on the hill today, I've finally reached the bivouac at Rukuni, just above the spring here. There's a lovely flat area of ground here, just amongst the rocks. The wonderful view over Livardia Bay. Smithy's decided to leave me again. He's decided to go down to Livardia for a night on the town. He's promised to meet me after sun up about 7 in the morning or thereabouts, and thereafter hopefully we'll manage to complete the traverse of the island together. I'm just going to go make myself something to eat now and then just watch the sun go down before I retire. Well, that was a reasonably good night's sleep. It's now 7 o'clock. Smithy hasn't arrived yet and I can't see him approaching up the path. I'm now going to have to start to make a move because it's going to get hot soon and the sun will soon be on the bivouac site here. So I'll leave and hopefully Smithy will catch me up later.
All I'm thinking about is cold beer at Livardia. And Mr. Fulton intervened.
With his cold beer?
So he said, "You've got to come back to my house for dinner, Smithy." And I said, "Yeah, look, I'd like to, but I'm in this situation."
Project.
He said, "Yeah, no, it's all right." And I said, "Well, I need carbohydrates. What have you got on?" He said, "Oh, yeah, I've got carbohydrates." In the end, I had a pork chop, which is very nice, but because he'd had a few drinks, I think he was cooking, and Lynn was drinking, and so I got this pork chop and a bit of salad.
Not much carbohydrate.
Not really much carbohydrate. The taste is all right, but
yeah, I probably got more carbohydrate than you did because I had what I was eating was you know these little pasta-like grain-shaped pasta things.
Yeah.
I was using those and a quick soup.
Yeah.
So I just boil up the quick soup and put the pasta in that. So I had a kind of
carbohydrate infusion.
Carbohydrate in a soup, and it gave it a bit of flavour. So that was my evening meal. And I brought little sachets of porridge for breakfast in the morning from the UK because you can't buy porridge here. So I bought a little porridge was my breakfast in the morning. And then I was relying on Smithy restocking me with chocolate cookies.
I bought them, but I just didn't make it back to base.
I would have been very disappointed though if he hadn't finished the job off, but he did.
I enjoyed that day too. It took me a while to get to the top of.
Yeah, we didn't have this bugger following you around with a camera, did you?
I struck camp shortly after 7 and am making my way to the summit of Vunos, the last summit in the chain of mountains which enclose Livardia Bay. Now I must cross the lovely plateau of Panameri, which is still cultivated, although nobody lives up here any longer, and all the old houses are in ruins.
I've now reached the summit of Rusuke Homata, a broad rounded hill overlooking the Panameri Plateau. It's between Panameri and Kutsumus. From here there's a long steep descent to the old village of Ura before the final ascent, an ascent of 400 metres to the summit of Kutsumus. And from there there's still a long walk back to Livardia in order to complete the trek.
Beyond Yura, the long ascent to the summit of Kutsumus gets underway. It is a long, hard ascent along the remains of the old path which was once used to supply the original telecommunications station on the summit. Kutsumus lacks the beauty of the Prophetess Ilias range, but it culminates in a wall of stupendous sea cliffs which buttress the summit. And so, on the 5th day, I complete the walk around the mountain ridges of Tilos, not with my feet washed in the gentle waves on a beach, but with the breeze rising up the cliffs to cool my face, and the sparkling waves 500 metres below. The finish here at the summit of Kutsumus brings with it a mixture of emotions. Great satisfaction at the completion of a long journey, relief that the exertions will be over, and a well-earned rest taken when I get back to Livadia, but also sadness that it is over, because this has been the most wonderful journey through a small island of great variety, character and beauty.